Can I do this? Okay. Oh, I hate it when Phil goes first because he speaks so well, and I'm going to repeat a few of the things that he said, but what an honor it is to be here. Among incredible athletes, coaches, parents, OCU supporters, husbands, wives, and kids. First of all, congratulations to Coach Danny Craybaugh on your recognition and induction into the Hall of Fame. The '94 team that's here today, we were all here and had the honor of watching you coach and mentor your players when we all went to school here. Congratulations. I have the honor of telling this wonderful story. How I got the honor, I just said I was going to do it. I didn't ask, and I don't know if anybody else wanted to, but I am truly honored to be here. This is a story about a group of athletes and coaches and a year of softball that is truly worthy of recognition and remembering, and that year is 1994. This 1994 team is special, but make no mistake, this team was not a flash in the pan. This was a team that was part of an OCU dynasty, the beginning of it, the dynasty that continues today. And it's crafted thoughtfully by one of the greats, Coach Phil McSpadden. Coach is a brilliant recruiter, and he knows what type of athlete he wants and needs to win championships. But of course, we all know that talent does not win games and championships. There is an X factor or X factors that play a significant role. Phil's very good at sensing those factors, ones that you can't put your finger on, but he knows if the kid has it or not. Coach has won many accolades and awards over the years, but when it comes down to it on the softball field, he knows the game, he expects perfection, and all of his players respect him. He is a man of integrity on and off the field. Since Coach began his career at OCU, he was a successful recruiter, but every year Phil had great players, great teams, but that elusive national championship was frustrating him. So the year before the championship year of 1994, Phil declared a whole new strategy, one that was a little risky. He knew he had great teams, but he always felt like they were peaking too soon. So what he did in 1993 changed it all. He declared no more fall ball, and that worked out well because we didn't have a field. So no fall ball. We didn't practice, we didn't play, and he was trying to hold us back so that we would peak at the right time and to peak at nationals. And it worked. It ended up working. In 1993, our team made it all the way to the national championship game, and we lost a heartbreaker. Phil's plan worked. He was so close to his national championship, and many of the players from the '94 team were on the runner-up team the year before. He just had a few minor adjustments to make, so he went out and did what he did best, recruited, and added some pieces to the puzzle for the next season. So I have the honor of just introducing the players very briefly, starting with Kim Wilson. Where are you, Kim? Kim was our senior shortstop, and she was the best in the country at her position. She was our three-hole hitter, left-handed hitter who played hard day in and day out. Her swing was smooth and a thing of beauty. She had respect for the game, her team, and opponents, but make no mistake, she wanted to win, and she knew how to win. She was an All-American that year, and well-deserved. Kim. Tuesday with Kim. Tuesday, Butcher. She was one of the best all-around athletes I'd ever met, and she's from a place called Ulaga. She played a few different positions for Coach at OCU, sometimes second base, sometimes field. You were the best right side drag bunter I'd ever seen, fast as lightning, and a solid teammate. Tuesday earned a spot on the all-tournament team at the 1994 national tournament as a sophomore. Congratulations. Brandy Rico. Brandy Rico was a junior, very versatile, and she too could play the infield or the outfield. She had the most accurate throw to home plate I'd ever seen. She was a good teammate, quiet and dependable. One of the best base stealers on our team and in the country. Congratulations, Brandy. Tom Vicki is from Newcastle, Oklahoma, and she was a good friend to me when I was at OCU. Vicki did some catching at OCU. She also played first base. She was a competitor, and she knew how to win. Congratulations, Vicki. Zay Smith. Zay was with us. She was our grad assistant that year, and she was with us every step of the way that year in our championship year of '94. She was a competitor. She wanted to win. There was no other option, no other outcome. We were going to win. My strongest memory of her was her believing in each and every one of us, telling us that we could do it. We could succeed, we could win it all, and we did. Congratulations, Zay. Mindy Wilson. Mindy is not here today. Mindy was a senior that year, and she's the pride of Boonville, Indiana. And she loved to win. She was the teammate that was in the dirt. She played second base for us. She was always diving, sliding, zigging here, zagging there, and the whole time her giant ponytail just bopping around, bopping around. She was good at getting on base. She was determined. She had perseverance. She was going to get on base. She was one of our best athletes. She played her heart out at nationals, and in her final collegiate tournament there, she earned a spot on the all-tournament team, and we are definitely missing her here today. Sue Fairhurst is not here today. She is from Australia. She played 1 year for OCU, 1994, and she just left it all on the field. She was a freshman and one of our 3 pitchers. She hit in the 4 spot. She did everything big and powerful. She threw a killer rise ball and swung the bat with purpose. And usually that purpose was to hit it over the fence. Sue hit 25 home runs that season, and her slugging percentage was over 1,000. Yeah. Sue was a first-team All-American that year, a member of the all-tournament team at nationals, and we are missing her here today. Kelly McKellar, my friend. Another one of Coach's phenoms from Australia. Kelly was a sophomore and one of the most dangerous hitters in the lineup. Kelly could hit for power. She would flash the short game, and she was a switch hitter as well. An excellent slap bunter too, with speed like a gazelle. Kelly dominated in the outfield with her speed and with her glove. Kelly was always full of energy and positivity in the dugout. Kelly also had a prestigious softball career in Australia, representing her country in many international competitions. Congratulations. Tracy Mosley. That is an excellent picture of you up there, by the way. Tracy, what can I say? You are the best. Tracy was a junior in 1994 and in her 3rd year at OCU, also from Australia. Tracy seemed to play at this elevated level that we all wanted to strive to rise up to as well. For me, Tracy, you made me a better player. You made me want to set my own bar higher just to be nearer to you. She was our 3rd baseman and our leadoff batter. No opposing pitcher wanted to pitch to her, and no opposing batter wanted to hit to her at 3rd. During the games, and when she was on 3rd and I was pitching, she would always tell me, "It's your game, and I believed her. She would do what it would take to win for me, for our team, and for OCU. Tracy was a first-team All-American, a member of the all-tournament team at nationals, national tournament MVP, and you set 6 tournament records at nationals that year as well. Tracy went on to represent Australia for many years, including participating in 2 Olympic Games. Congratulations, Tracy. So those were the girls that were there in '93. So in the fall of 1993, Coach did what he did best. He went out and recruited a few more players for the '94 team, and here they are. We're going to start with Jen Wells. Jen was a player that you hate to play against, but you love having on your team. Jen's from Ponca City, and she was our sophomore catcher. As our catcher, she made us pitchers look very good. She was the honest one, letting anyone on the team know if they weren't carrying their weight, including Coach. She didn't hold back. She took her catching duties very seriously, always studying the batters, looking for weak points. A hit off her pitcher was unacceptable. She wanted to get everybody out. Jen earned first team All-American honors that year, well deserved. She was also a member of the All-Tournament team at Nationals. Congratulations, Jen. Tammy Braithwaite. She was a welcome member to our pitching staff in 1994, a junior transfer, a Canadian standout who represented Canada in international competition, and she was a strikeout pitcher. She loved being in the circle for the big game. She threw hard and she worked hard. My friend, my fellow Canadian, you were a mentor and you still are today. Tammy was a first team All-American and also a member of the All-Tournament team at Nationals. Congratulations, Tammy. Moose Tyler, welcome back to OCU. Pride of Bixby, Oklahoma, and a sophomore in 1994, she was a pure softball player. Fundamentally sound, versatile, smart, and she knew the game. Moose could play the infield and the outfield. She was a consistent hitter and an unbelievable punter. I always appreciated her positivity and humor in the dugout. Congratulations, Moose. Heather Strauss, a freshman that year, from Oologah, Oklahoma. She played a lot of positions for Phil, so incredibly versatile. Heather is the only four-time softball national champion in the history of OCU, an accolade worth celebrating. She was another pure Oklahoma softball player with a beautiful swing. She knew the game well and was a smart player. She was a good friend to me at OCU, and we were teammates for 3 championship seasons together. Congratulations, Heather. This team undeniably had the talent to win, but we did have adversity as well, as Phil mentioned. We had no home field on campus. We had no field house. Coaches Craybaugh and Lytle and Harvey were generous enough to let us practice on their field and use their field house. 1994 was a year of personal adversity for Phil and his family, and he always wore his heart on his sleeve. But we were all in it together, and somehow we managed to keep focused enough to focus on our prize, the only prize that we do, and that was a national championship. Phil would set this bar for us, and we would work towards it every game. When all of us would reach this bar and be playing at this level that he had presented, it was really magical. We were unstoppable, nobody was going to beat us. But throughout the season, once we reached that bar, thinking we were doing pretty good, Phil would just raise that bar again, and letting us know what we could have done better as individuals or as a collective force. And this would continue for the whole season. We would work to reach that bar, and then Phil would raise that bar again, and we did it the whole season till we got to the national championship, and the bar was the national championship. And we reached it, we did it, we won, and finally, Coach was happy. Finally. As I mentioned before, we are missing 2 athletes today from the team, Mindy and Sue, and we are sad they can't be here. But although that they are not here, we're still going to celebrate the whole team's accomplishments from 20 years ago. And as we fast forward to the present day, we celebrate the team today. And as I look around the room, I'm humbled and I'm amazed at all these women, what they have accomplished and what they have become. As I mentioned before, that Coach was always looking for the X factor, and I've come to the conclusion that for us, that factor was leadership. All these women from the 1994 team are leaders, accomplished leaders. Among us today, on our team, that we're on our team, are teachers, professors, coaches, college coaches, architects, FBI agents, business owners, civil servants, city council members, members of the Air Force, Olympic athletes, pilots, athletes' wives, and mothers as well. Girls, we did good. We did really good. We have set our bar high in life, and we continue to raise that bar as we become all that we are meant to be. I am so proud of all of you and humbled in your company. Privileged, thankful, lucky to be given an opportunity by Coach Phil McSpadden so many years ago to be part of this family, this OCU softball family, and to be a part of the special team worthy of recognition, the 1994 Lady Chiefs softball team. Go Chiefs!
Who's a great teammate, she was always unselfish, and she was always the one to step up and do this, and she was our mother hen. And she didn't take any praise in doing this, and she jumps forward and she does this, and I just want to say congrats to her as well, because she hasn't had that. She's been busy giving us kudos, so. So just on behalf of our 1994 softball team, we'd like to thank, first of all, Oklahoma City University, Jim Abbott, the athletic department, because without these opportunities, this wouldn't have happened, and your support is so incredible. And we are proud to be such part of this great tradition here at Oklahoma City University. Secondly, Craig Ball. We are so honored to be up here and spending this day with you and sharing it. It's amazing, and we couldn't ask for a better person to share it with. So, and thank you for your support. So, you're gonna have to bear with me. I'm probably the wrong person to be doing this because I'm a little bit savvy, but next, Coach Phil, we just want to say something to you. I can do it. Okay. Phil always said that he was just there to drive the minivan. And it was me. No, it was huge. And we joke about it because you drove the biggest minivan in Oklahoma City. It was so much more to us than that. He was the best coach. He was a friend, and he was a father figure to us. And he always supported us. You didn't build a team, you built a family. And just so you know, we went through so much adversity that year, and we had a bunch of girls that when we got down on one knee before every game and linked arms and said our prayer and said, thank you for getting us here safely, we left it all in the field. And that's what we did every time we showed up at the park. So I just wanted to say this, that so, So Phil, just so you know, on behalf of us, thank you, and we would fly across the world for you, and we love you. And thank you for having us.